Hello everyone. Let us continue Act 2 of Nagamandala. We are continuing from page 104 of the text. Before that, let us have an overview of the previous class. Rani finds that when Rani finds that she is pregnant, she realizes that Naga's night visit is not her fantasy. When Rani tells that she is pregnant, Naga is not happy. Rani is shocked at his indifference. Next day, when Apana comes to know about this, he accuses her of infidelity, sexual infidelity. He complains to the village elders that he is cheated by her wife. Next night, when Naga comes, he advises her during the village trial, she should choose snake or deal to prove her innocence. According to the village custom, one accused of infidelity should prove their innocence either by plunging their hand into the boiling oil or by holding a red hot iron or by snake ordeal. Rani should take the king cobra from the ant hill and swear the truth. If she tells truth, the snake will not bite. If she lies, the snake will bite her. Frightened, Rani waits for the ordeal. So that was where we stopped in the last class, and now let us continue. Continuing from page number 104. Though frightened, Rani agrees to Naga's advice. Naga knows that Rani is very sad that she had to undergo the trial before the village. Naga is unable to do anything, but he promises her one thing. Naga tells, "All will be well, Rani. Don't worry. Your husband will become your slave tomorrow. You will get all you ever wanted." This day, when Naga goes out, Rani observes that the front door is locked from inside. She then runs to the bathroom and sees it empty. It seems that Rani guesses that Naga and Apana are two different people. Next day, Rani is brought before the village elders. As news spread that Rani is undertaking snake ordeal, a big crowd is formed in the village square. The elders try to discourage her, but she insists on snake ordeal. Watch the sequence. Rani steps up to the anthill. The crowd surge forward, move forward. The cobra rears its head out of the anthill. The crowd steps back in terror. Even Rani is scared and runs back. Cobra waits, swaying its hood. Rani steps farther and farther back. Cobra goes back to the anthill. Elder 1. Go on, child. Don't delay now. Rani, I am scared. Please, if Cobra bites me, what shall I do? I am afraid. Rani looks at Apana for help, but he uses abusive language at her. Even the village elders are able to understand her. One of them tells Apana. The elder 3 tells like this. Apana, there is no need to be vituperative, that is abusive. She may have erred, she may have made mistake, but she is a child yet, even if we feel shaken. Even we feel shaken by the sight of the king cobra, so her fright is quite understandable. When this is happening in the village square, Kurudava reaches there calling the name of her son Kapana. The crowd tells that she had gone mad. Last week her son Kapana disappeared. Kurudava believes that he is carried away by some Yaksha woman. The disappearance of Kapana remains a mystery in the drama. Probably Kapana ran away with a woman he had fallen in love with. Okay, coming back to the village trial. When Kurudava goes away, Rani goes to the anthill and plunges her hand into it and pulls out the king cobra. She holds the snake in her hands and says, please observe carefully the sentences used by Rani. Rani says, since coming to this village, I have held by this hand only two. Apana, triumphant, says, there she admitted. Two, she says. Two, who are they? Rani tells, my husband and Apana, and say it, who else? Rani, this cobra. Suddenly words pour out. Yes, my husband and this king cobra. Except for these two, I have not touched any one, the male sex, nor I have allowed any other male to touch me. If I lie, let the cobra bite me. When Rani tells this, it is true. The cobra slides up her shoulder and spreads its hood like an umbrella over her head. The crowd gasps. The cobra sways its hood gently for a while, then becomes docile and moves over her shoulder like a garland. Music fills the skies. The light changes into soft, luminous glow. Rani stares uncomprehending as the cobra slips back into the anthill. There are hosannas and cheers from the crowd. Hosannas means cheers, cheers of expressing the happiness. And how the village elders respond. A miracle, a miracle. She is not a woman, she is a divine being. Indeed, a goddess. They fall at her feet. The crowd surges forward to prostrate before her. Prostrate means fall before her. Apana stands uncomprehending without understanding anything. The crowd elders shout, palanquin, music. They lift her into the palanquin. Palanquin means carriers used in those times. Then, as an afterthought, Apana is seated next to her. The couple is taken in procession to their house, and the elder one advises Apana like this. Apana, your wife is not an ordinary woman. She is a goddess incarnate. Don't grieve that you judged her wrongly and treated her badly. This is how goddesses reveal themselves to the world. You were the chosen instrument for revealing her divinity. The elder continues, spend the rest of your life in her service. You need merit in 10 past lives to be chosen for such a holy duty. Elder 3 says, bless us, mother, bless our children. All disperse except Rani and Apana. Apana opens the lock on the door, throws it away. He goes in and sits mortified and baffled. Mortified and baffled means quite confused, not knowing what to do. She comes and stands next to him. Long pause. Suddenly he falls at her feet. Forgive me, I am a sinner. I was blind. See, as the story is coming to an end, the character called Story concludes the story by telling this. So Rani got everything she wished for, a devoted husband, a happy life. She even got a lifelong servant to draw water for her house. Servant drawing water for her house. for Aparna's concubine. Concubine means Aparna's mistress, a prostitute whom Aparna was visiting. Aparna's concubine was present at the trial. When she saw Rani's glory, she felt ashamed of her sinful life and volunteered to do menial work in Rani's house. Menial work means work as a servant. In due course, Rani gave birth to a beautiful child, a son. Rani lived happily ever after with her husband, child, and servant. See, though the story seems to end here, it still continues. This is indeed one climax to the story. However, there are two climaxes as well. We will move into them in the next class. Thank you. Meanwhile, read the textbook from page 104 to till this point. Thank you.